Hello and welcome everybody to episode 3, Sideline Specialists NFL Draft Analysis. I introduced to you Jalyx Hunt, who, on first glance, as a player from Houston Christian University, may not be the most logical choice for a third round selection. However, teams are known to take projects at key positions. And as Jalyx plays as an edge rusher, this is one of those moments. So I was a little surprised. I'll be honest, a little surprised. But looking at his combine page, he had the 5th best athleticism test, overall score, I should say. I like the 10-inch hands. I like that he's 6'4", 252. I like that he has almost 34.5-inch arms. Dude has reach for days. And we can look down here. 4'6", 440 for a guy who is 6'4". That jumps out. Almost an 11-foot broad jump. Almost a 38-foot, or almost 11 foot, almost 38-inch vertical jump. Love that. Almost 20 reps on the bench. 1.6 10-yard split. Fantastic. So, I like this guy. Obviously, there's a lot of development required. We're not going to pretend that this guy is going to just look incredible right from the jump. I like the prospect grade. I like that they say good backup with its potential to develop into a starter. I think that's accurate. One of the NFL comps I actually heard for him was Josh Sweat, who is an Eagle currently, who when drafted needed some work to get there, and now he's a guy who has produced double-digit sacks in the NFL. So, we are going to jump in to a highlight video of this fine gentleman right here. Let's go ahead and change this screen. So it's going to be my forehead for a second. All right, and we will add this right here. So, let us go to bam. We're in there. So, the opponents he played are not going to be incredibly high-profile schools, but Western Kentucky is a school that I think we've all heard of. So let's jump in.
Yard line. Austin Reed at quarterback fakes the pitch. Looking, has time, fires to the far side, sideline incomplete.
One thing I need to say about Jalyx
Hunt,
Hunt, actually, because all right, so he
Second
got circled there. He's playing
the HCU,
on the right tackle
line. Scoreless here.
So he actually started as a safety.
Little swing pass near side,
so for a guy
30,
to go from safety
line,
to edge rusher
now for the top
actually blows my mind. The athleticism that this guy must possess to switch positions like that is
and out of the
bananas.
Gun takes the snap. 4-man
so
rush.
Where's number 13? I like the cut into the middle. Got in QB's face. Obviously, he still did get a good throw off, and to be very clear, that wide receiver should have caught that.
Motion man, they toss it to that motion man. A little jet sweep inside the 5 to the 3-yard line.
Don't know why it did the little blink there.
Formation, a couple of receivers to the right.
So he is playing on the right tackle yet again.
Gun. Reed.
He fell
dumps
down.
It out into the flat, diving for the goal line. Did it get in? The answer is yes.
This is unfortunate. I don't watch these videos before we do this because I want my actual analysis to be non-biased or predetermined. Nice hit. The fact that he started on the edge and ran like 15 yards across the field to hit that guy, I like that. Don't like how still he was standing on that play. This is just honest. We're going to give honest here. I don't care that he was drafted by the Eagles. I want to look at this video and be objective. He lined up as a corner on that play. All right, so he's primarily rushing off the left side of the defense. Okay. His ability to change direction could be in question.
And the will. Will is W
I'll
for
be
weak,
honest on
and
that.
M is Mike for middle linebacker.
Okay.
That's when they do that, it brings pressure.
A defensive
and it
audible. He's lining up in coverage.
Loss of 6 on the play. 2nd and 16.
That play was never meant to go to his side anyway, clearly.
Nice move and a wiggle out to about the 32.
Tough situations.
3 receivers.
Okay, he's on the other side now. It's the first time we've seen him not lining up across from the right tackle. So let's go ahead and take a look
and then it's the check
and
with
see
me
what
as
he
looks
does
over
here.
to the far side to get the call. Drew Hollingshead, the offensive coordinator for the Toppers.
Because he's know it's man-to-man, you can go for it.
They'll fire it out into the flat, pass caught by Messer, and he will get the first down as he's
Get
brought
an
to go
inactive
for
play.
the
Let's see if there's any.
First down.
Yeah, this is all from the same game. Let me. You know what? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and see if there are any highlights of him. Okay, this is a Philly bias channel. I'm not going to buy into that just yet. What we're going to do...
Jalyx Hunt is one of the more fascinating...
I'm going to mute this because it's just going to be a bias machine, and I am not that person. I'm not going to sit here and say that every Eagles pick is the most brilliant thing in the history of the world. I like this kid's athleticism. I know he needs a lot of work. We're going to mute this video. I will try to talk more now because obviously if we're going to have no volume, then it makes sense to... Okay, nice read. Like I said, he was a safety first, so the fact that he read that QB and jumped in front of that does not really shock me. If you play safety first, those instincts must have been there. QB was getting pressure applied by his teammate there, so the throw was not going to be flawless. Okay, I like that speed. Hits him blindside, forces the fumble. Don't really need to see this whole intro. Already showed you this stuff. Okay. Yep, let's see. This guy, all right. I want to see plays, so let's see if there's plays in here. This guy has just kind of compiled a bunch of clips from stuff, so that's fine with me. He's on the left side here. This is that blindside hit. Hold on, we'll go back one a little bit. He wears 13, so I'm imagining he's the guy who's about to smoke the QB. He is indeed. Okay. I like his speed, but he needs... The lateral movement obviously needs to be worked on. The pass rush moves are something that needs to be developed. I like that he's coming to Philadelphia where we have good pass rushing and good pass rush coaching. Obviously, D coordinator Vic Fangio new this year, but he's been a consultant with the Eagles before, so he's not completely new to the city. He is a guy that can teach a guy like Jalyx Hunt, who is a project, how to develop and how to become an effective pass rusher in the NFL. I think he should work really close with Brandon Graham and Josh Sweat. Obviously, I think Bryce Hunt we just signed this year, so that's another guy he could get tips from. And even though Fletcher Cox retired, I know he's going to definitely be there during camps and what have you to help the team. So if he can use those resources, if he can be a sponge, absorb the coaching, and try to develop NFL-style moves, I think he'll be a fine player. Obviously, this is a risk. This is one of the bigger risks the Eagles took in this draft, taking a guy like this in the third. We had the 50 and 53rd overall. We used both of those plus a sixth to trade up and get Cooper DeJean. In that trade, we acquired the pick in the third, which we then used to take Jalyx Hunt. So it is a high-value position in the draft, and he is a high-value position player as an edge. So we like, as the Eagles, they need to definitely make sure this kid develops the right way. They need to get him as much coaching and help as humanly possible, and he could be somebody great. You never know. And that's kind of the beauty of the draft, though. That's why I wanted to make these videos. I really wanted to just talk about the important players. The early guys, obviously, we'll do videos on some of the later picks too, because I think some of those are pretty good. My co-host of Sideline Specialists, Alex, is a Ravens fan. We will 100% be doing Ravens videos as well. And once we're done with our favorite teams, we will be diving into the players drafted by non-Eagles and Ravens, and that'll be fun too, because there are plenty of picks that shocked the NFL world. There are plenty of picks that I think fit really well. And I'm really looking forward to getting into it. But please gaze upon my pile of clothing. Gazing over. Thank you for stopping by. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like and subscribe, and keep an eye out for future podcasts. We do at least one a week. You can either watch on YouTube. The VOD will be under the live tab, or you can go to Spotify, Apple Music, or Google, and you can find our podcast there under Sideline Specialists. Yet again, thank you, and we'll see you next time.